Hey everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and we made this journal cover the other day. It has felt on the inside and paper bag on the outside, and we're going to decorate that more. I did put a couple pockets on the inside, but I thought it might be fine to do a concept journal. What I want to do is just make a very simple journal. I'm just going to use printer paper, 20-pound copy paper, printer paper for the inside. So it's going to primarily be a writing journal, but I'm going to put a lot of things in it that can be easily removed. So in this journal, I'm not going to use a lot of pockets and tucks and belly bands and things like that that are adhered to the pages. I want to keep the pages to be free of bulk and clutter so that you can easily write, but I am going to load them with fun things that can be easily removed. I already put the pockets in here, so we're going with those, but the rest of it won't have pockets or tucks or belly bands. So it's just like kind of a twist, a new concept, it's probably not a new concept, but basically primarily a writing journal with a lot of fun stuff loaded in that can be easily removed. The recipient can remove those things as they explore them, or they can leave them in place totally of their choosing. So not rocket science here. I'm just grabbing some copy paper, and let's put maybe if you're going to do a writing journal, you can usually go for more pages. Normally, I do between 10 and 12 for my very stuffed journals that have a lot of pockets and tucks and things like that. But you can do up to 15 or 20, I mean, however many you can punch holes through to make your signatures. Now, remember, when we're going to take a pile of paper and we're going to fold it to make our signatures, see how you get this, what I call the bird beaking? It's going to cause your papers to, the inside papers are going to stick out farther than the outside papers. So the more papers you have in here, the more bird beaking you're going to get, and you just want to decide how much you want of that and how much you're going to trim off. Maybe you want to get rid of the bird beak completely. Just kind of know that that's a factor in number of pages. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's going to be one signature. I think I'm going to do 3 signatures in this journal, and this journal has a official spine of, it's probably a little less, well, no, it's about an inch spine on it. This is an inch spine, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got that one, and one more. 1, 2, I'm starting to fall in love with this journal. I think I might keep it. 1, 2, I am getting to the end of my other journal that I use for my to-do list, and this might be my new capture ideas to-do list. Count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I think I did 12 in each. All right, so gathering the pages. Let me just get a bone folder. It's going to be very helpful here. All right, folding them in half. Finger folding first, just to get everybody in line. Then bone folder folding to get a nice crease. You can even see how you get these little, I don't know if I can, there, those little lines, like it's super creasing because we're getting those little lines. Okay, here, this. I feel like this has more in it. Did I count to 12? This feels fatter. Maybe this has 10. Did I only put 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I need 2 more pages. Cheating the system here. Okay. 11, 12. Okay, got that. Same thing. All right. Got that pretty straight. Folding that down. Hope your day is wonderful. Everything's dandy here. Beautiful day in Florida. All right, playing with the papers is always a good day. This feels like 12. I better double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, we're good. Okay. You know, it's always good to double check And it's not the end of the world if it isn't the exact same numbers. I mean, really, does it make that much of a difference? I don't think so in the long run, but if you want to have them identical, there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to put them all together, and they're going to live in here. So now I'm going to use the actual book to decide where I should align it. So let's say I want to align it here. I want it to sit down maybe just below the stitching. Okay, now I'll get a pencil. Where's the pencil? Here's a pencil. Is it a pencil? I think so. And let's get a nice ruler so we can do some non-measuring measuring. Let me slide this into view so you can see what's going on. All right, so of course this is right in my way. I can't see a darn thing. Okay, so I'm looking up here and I see, I'm looking up here and I'm seeing this stick out. So I'm going to make sure that's straight. And I would like to maybe align this on my mat so I know everything is square. I think that's going to sit flush. Okay. Oh, no, can't see that now. You can clamp these together with a big paper clip if you want, or a bulldog clip. All right, this is going to be a little bit about an inch in, I would say. Not an inch, what am I saying? It's like a centimeter in. That should bring it inside the book. And down here, I think I'd probably like to bring it, I can't see the one edge, so that's a little tricky. But we'll go for it. About a 1/4 inch up. We can always shave off more. All right, got that. Okay, so holding this together, I'm going to use a craft knife and a ruler. I think I'm going to clamp it so it doesn't run around on me. It feels like it wants to run around. We're not going to let it run around. You could use multiple clamps. I'm using one. Okay, get the spines aligned, get the tops and the bottoms aligned. That's probably the most important thing. And put your clamp on. All right, now, let me just back up a little bit so you can see better. And then we're going to get the straight edge metal ruler for a nice sharp crisp edge. Align that with the pencil line. I'm going to use, hopefully, oh that's probably not a sharp blade. Let me get a different one. Here we go, this looks like a brand new one. I'm just going to go on the inside of this line. So get rid of the pencil line. Oh, no, you weren't supposed to wiggle. That's why they have the cork on this side, but I wanted the sharp edge right there. So I probably should turn it over and use the cork edge. Probably should have never moved the ruler at all. That was not a great idea. But we'll just do our best and realign. Okay. And going down here. And almost through. Gives you a nice flush edge when you're using the craft knife. You can also cut this by scissors, doesn't matter. Can you see? Yeah. All right, there we go. Got that done. I'm going to rotate the whole thing this way and cut this like I should have the first one with the cork side down on the metal ruler so it's got some traction. Just above the line so I don't have to deal with the pencil mark. It does cut through, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 pages each time. All right, almost there. We're coming home. Coming home. I think it's the easiest way to do it. I think it gets the signatures pretty close to the same size without too much fuss. And we don't like fuss. Don't. All right, there we go. So we have these nice, we always retract. We are such good crafters. We have that nice flush edge. It looks like a professional book cut, you know? So nice. Let's see how we did. Probably too small. I don't know. I guess we can take this off. Don't need you anymore. Okay, there. So yeah, that does fit perfectly inside. Everybody is contained. Everybody is contained. Looks good. Looks good. Exact. Maybe one is sticking out a little more than the other. Let's see. Oh, it's just the way I had. I think it's actually pretty good. I'm just going to leave it as is. I think it's good. Okay, so now we're going to put some holes. And I think I'm going to use a pen to actually make the hole marks. Let me just bring you in a little closer so you can see this. All right, get you all in there. All right, so I know I need 3. So I'm going to line myself somewhere on the inch here. So I know I need 1 in the middle. I'm following this line. About maybe an inch to half an inch down at the top. Okay. And now maybe same thing from the bottom. And I eyeballed this. You can measure all this out if you want. I don't find it necessary, but you can. If you're a measurer and you're a measurer, you can measure till the cows come home. Happy measuring. Leave me at the restaurant. Okay, so now I'm going to take this clump. And you can also clamp these together again, but again, I don't find that super necessary. I'm going to place the book where I want it to live. Place the clump of signature booklets together. And then I'm going to take, let me see all this, be a better view. I'm going to, okay, now see, this is where you want to be precise. You want to make sure you have, there, I knocked everything out of alignment. Okay, line up against the 3 holes, maybe in the middle, doesn't really matter which row you use, but make sure there's equidistant felt on this side and on this side all the way across. Now if I'd stop moving it, it would be much better. There, that's really good, and that's really good. Okay, so nobody breathe. And I'm going to take this mark, and I'm just going to draw the pen mark up this way. So I'm marking all 3 signatures at the same time at the same spot. That's my theory. And I'm just going to make a little, because I forget this sometimes, like where's the top? I just put 3 little dots so I know that's the top. This is the top. These are white, so I don't want to do any marking on them. Just going to move that out of the way. So here's number 1. Here's my top. Opening it. Pulling out you know who. Crocodile 2 big bite. I'm going to go for the 1/8. The 1/8, which is the, let me show you. It's that one. It's the smaller one as opposed to the 3/16, which is the big one. Not that one. We want the small one. That one for the holes. Oops. Now, the holes are on the back here, or the marks. So I'm just gonna, I fold it backwards so I can guide this in easier. It's pretty easy. You just hover over the dot on your spine line with the small hole and punch down. Yeah. Okay. So that's 1. All right, you're going over there. And this is 2. And this comes together pretty quickly when you're making a journal. I mean, initially it doesn't because you're trying to figure everything out. But eventually, this is actually one of the, oh, I'm going to curse myself saying this. This is one of the easier steps. Disaster. I know, disaster. Foreboding disaster coming any moment. All right, here's the last one. And I'm just going to fold it back on itself. Make sure these are aligned when you do that, because that'll cause cockeyedness if you do not have those aligned. So 1. So this does give you the strength of 1,000 monkeys, and there you go. It just really helps, especially if you're not. I don't have super strong hands, so that does help me a lot. Okay, so let's get some stuff. Let me get some thread and a needle, and